Please subscribe, and you can download this code from description below. In Python, you can create raw strings using the r or r prefix before a string literal. Raw. In Python, raw string escapes are a way to create strings that treat backslashes, backslash, as literal characters rather than escape characters. This can be particularly useful when dealing with regular expressions, file paths, or any text that contains many backslashes. In a raw string, backslashes are not used to escape special characters like newline, \n, or tab, \t. Instead, they are treated as plain characters. To create a raw string in Python, you simply prefix a string literal with an r character. Let's dive into raw string escapes with some code examples. The output of this code will be: as you can see, the \n inside the raw string is treated as two separate characters, a backslash followed by n, rather than a new line character. One common use case for raw strings is dealing with file paths, especially on Windows, where backslashes are used to separate directory and file names. The output will be: using a raw string for file paths helps avoid issues related to escaping backslashes, making the code more readable and less error-prone. Regular expressions often contain a lot of backslashes, which can make them hard to read. Raw strings can simplify regular expressions. In this example, the raw string r \d3-\d2-\d4 makes it clear that the backslashes are not escape characters but part of the regular expression pattern. One thing to keep in mind is that while raw strings treat most backslashes as plain characters, the last character of a raw string cannot be an odd number of backslashes. If you end a raw string with an odd number of backslashes, you'll get a syntax error. For example, this will result in a syntax error because the backslash at the end of the string is not properly escaped. To avoid this issue, you can either remove the trailing backslash or escape it with an additional backslash. Both valid_raw1 and valid_raw2 are valid raw strings, and Python will not raise any errors when working with them. In summary, raw strings in Python are a useful tool when working with text that contains many backslashes, like file paths or regular expressions. They make your code more readable and less error-prone, but be aware of the restriction regarding the last character when using raw strings. ChatGPT